Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Youth with a Difference Conference 2.0. Yeah, we made it. We're excited. I'm not seeing the excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it. So amidst every other obstacle on the way, we made it. Thank God it's a reality today, and I'm so happy to be here, and I'm sure we are all happy to be here. So this is a program organized instead of see that is passionate about adding value to lives, especially those who want to see become all that God has designed you to be. Even in this country, Nigeria, I believe we can stand out and be strong. That we can stand out. You're a youth, not by definition of age or your background or your origin, of what you've been through, but rather it's a definition of who God has designed you to be. And then that self-discovery is very important, not process. So as the youth with a friend, I'm going to be taking this session. Yes, my name is Miriam Day. I'm a founding director of the setup with a friends conference. And then this very series, very short 2.0, I have head lady here, black and beautiful, golden and strong, in the person of Oluwadamilola Ayopade Ayo. You're welcome, Ayo. Welcome. So she's co-hosting. I'm going to let them say, about themselves. Of course, we've read about them, so they're going to just tell us about themselves. Of course, the young man here putting on and glass and looking all cool and collected. So this is Bright Super. Yes, we are happy to have him here speaking in this event. A youth with a difference. He's going to be telling us more about how we can take action. There are so many things we've thought about this year, 2022, but sometimes we find it so discouraging to even take a step further. So we are all living testimonies. We are all living testimonies. I say we are living testimonies because irrespective of everything that has been happening all around us, we are here to talk about things that will make us forward and that will make us straight and make us path makers even in the society. So let me start with Ayopade Ayo. So our co-host, ginger us or tell us a bit about what you have for us. But yeah, over to Ayo. Ayo, are you with us?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for.
Ayo is calling all the way from.
Thank you so much for having me.
So
okay, so
yeah. She laughed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mr. Bright and Mrs. Miriam. Ayopade Ayo. I prefer the Ayopade Ayo first, then the Oluwadamilola. You know, that Ayopade is kind of unique. So uniqueness first. Alright, I'm the co-host and I'll talk about growing with less. I'm a podcaster, content writer. I write more about lifestyle and voiceover enthusiasts. Little about me. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so Abigail Ayo, thank you so much. Okay, so Bright, can you tell us about where you are from? Bright is calling all the way from Sikotupene or is Calabar?
It's Calabar. It's Calabar.
Interstate, international.
It's Calabar. Calabar Cross River State.
All right. Good to have you here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just in Lagos here. All right.
I'm excited. Seriously, I'm excited to be here. So my name is Bright. So I just prefer you just call Bright so that you will not murder the surname. because a lot of people don't know how to pronounce my surname. So Bright Ubo. So a lot of people in this side they mistake the B for a D, like Udo instead of Ubo. Yeah, exactly. So I am a writer. I'm a content developer. I think I've been writing since I was, should I say, 6 or 7. I remember when my aunt used my poems to blow. Let me use that Nigerian this thing. She used my poems to blow, and I think around 10 when I discovered that, because at 6 I didn't know what that was. So when I was 10, I saw my poems with her name written on it, and I was like, wow. So this woman will just use my poems and just. So I decided that I had to carve a niche out of writing, because it was something I loved to do, my passion. So I decided that I would just writing for fun and write anything that comes into my head, poetry, poem, anything like that, until I had to understand the power of content into this world. So I had to dive in and just expand. So today I will talk about channeling your mind, learning how to program your mind, the skill of self-discipline, for you to use your mind and use the power you have in you, the discipline you have in you, to make out something for yourself, just like I did when I was young. So
you're still young, my brother. My brother, you're still young. You said
thank you very much. Okay, when I was little. Okay, when I was much younger.
Or a teenager.
Okay. So basically, that's what I'll be talking about. So I am really happy to be here. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to have you here. Thank you so much. Of course. Okay, so I would like us to meet our participants. So our participants you've met with us. Can we meet you? Can we briefly put on our videos? Just briefly. Okay, I know we have Moyo Soluwa. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. We have Ibuka, we have Ayodiji. You guys are the real VIPs. Thank you for joining in. We're celebrating you. Can you kindly show us your faces briefly? Moyo, is it me you're throwing? Is it popcorn or what is that you're throwing? Let's see your fine face more. For those who can't put on their videos, you can just someone is sending it. It's not Ibuka that should send us a message. I will not take that. Ibuka. All right, I'm taking it. Do I have a choice right now? Thank you, Ayo. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Ayo, where are you reaching us? Or where are we connecting with you from? Your states, please. Can we hear your voice? Ayo, can you hear me? You're muted. Okay. So let's just proceed. Thank you so much. You can put off your video now. You can put off your video, Ayo. Thank you. So okay. So I hope every other person is not finding it difficult to join in. It shouldn't be difficult. That's why we're recording this session, because we know a lot of people will still want to watch this. So who is a youth with a difference? A youth with a difference is a youth who sees life with a different perspective. Yes. In this country, Nigeria, if you're not intentional about making a difference, you end up just existing. And as God's God designed, we are not designed to just exist. Remember that the factory of a product or an item is the one who knows functionality and who has placed a price tag on that. And then for us, we are God's masterpiece. Yes. So God has placed a price tag on each and every one, and that price tag is something money can buy. So I encourage us today as a youth that will make a difference to reflect, self-reflect, and then ask yourself some questions. Have you been able to discover purpose for which God has kept you to this day? Or are you just thinking about how to go about creating a business or getting employed, making money and living life the way you think? Call it, oh, I'm living this enjoyable life. But of course, if you're a youth who will make a difference, you're a youth who wants to leave your footprints in the sand of time. You don't just want to exist, but you want to do to the fullest. Examples of people who live and left their footprints in the sand of time. Of course, I don't know. Most people say you were not there when he was born, but of course, I read about him and I still feel his impact. The blessed memory of Nelson Mandela. I mean, he's an African. He's a human like he was a human like us. He was an African, and he made a difference even in his youth. If you've had just little about him, maybe you take your time and just read a bit about him. The person of Billy Graham of blessed memory made a difference. Martin Luther King Jr., we could go on and on. Is it Michael Faraday for those who study sciences? Albert Einstein. There's so many of them. So the youth with a difference, not someone who is trying to be an inventor just like every other scientist. But of course, you are an inventor based on your unique quality. And that is why, as a youth with a difference, you are a brand. That is you as a person. You have a unique quality that no other person has. Just like your fingerprint is not the same as another person's. So it's your gifts and your unique qualities. So as a youth with a difference, you need to discover why you're doing what you're doing right now. I believe at this stage in our life, there's something we're doing. See that some of us were planning to get married, some of us just got married, some of us are thinking of getting a job, some of us are going for NYSC service, some of us we just we're on strike. Okay, in Nigeria we're on strike. For some of us, maybe we are not in Nigeria, we're somewhere in America or any other part of the world watching right now. But we are thinking of starting a business. We're thinking of building our personal brand so we can be identified. Of course, all those things are wonderful goals. But and one reason why Bright will be talking about discipline. Sometimes I know every one of us have experienced it before. You set quality goals even at the beginning of the year, but just find that taking the first step to as if something is a rock has been tied over your mind. It becomes so difficult to push yourself. So, and that is why this opportunity we're bringing forth the boot camp that is after this conference today. Beginning from Monday, we start giving you guidelines on how to access those programs, get certified, learn a skill, give you a timeline so that as a community we help you grow, we help you stay dedicated to completing the course. That is what we do, of course. So I'm not going to say so much of this. More of who a youth with a difference is will be recorded, posted on our YouTube channel. So just for your self-encouragement, for your motivation, and for you to be inspired and fired up to make a difference wherever you are, with whatever you have. I will encourage us to watch these videos after now, because we're working and not taking our time. Okay, so we're going to put in some videos out there. They're just things we know before, but of course we all need that encouragement from time to time. So I'm going to Ayo, are you with us? I'm going to have Ayo, our co-host, so she's going to give us highlights on how we can actually grow with this. Your year, feel okay, I don't have so much going on with me. I've been looking for a job or internship opportunity or to learn a skill, or what's so special about you? You're special. Why? You have a character, and that is why recently I talk about personal branding, because I have an experience, a story around that. So as long as you are a person with your own unique personality, your own character, your own traits, your own ethics, your own belief system, your own values, are a brand. That is, you are somebody to reckon with. So how do you do that? Recognize who you are. God has made you special. Discover that unique desire that burns within. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Sometimes you look at a problem. Maybe it's the problem of unemployment and your blood is boiling. What is all this? Well, in fact, I wish I didn't come to Nigeria, but now that I'm in Nigeria, what can I do? You need to discover, to equip yourself. Of course, don't discourage yourself when it looks like you're just learning a skill and you're not earning millions yet. No, it's not all about money. Rather, it's all about self-discovery, right track to not just growing as a person, but also being a light that other people can look up to and say, oh, just a word from this guy, just a word from this lady, and smiling. That goes a lot. Right, so let's give it up to Ayo. So Ayo Kadiayo, let's end what it is. Thank you so much.
I'm the first person to talk. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm honored. So without wasting much of our time, we are talking about growing with less. My co-host has already, enlightened us about what it will be all about. We're in a society where sometimes we do question ourselves. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? And why are we in this kind of situation? Why not someone else? Actually, it has a purpose. Maybe it's for you to learn one or two things from everything that has been happening, put it together and make a meaning out of it. So growing with less is majorly about you creating space, time, and focusing more on yourself. What are those things that you can do? Those things that you can add to your life that would make your life become more meaningful. It's more of reinventing yourself. You are rebuilding yourself. You're creating yourself to that big image you want to see yourself into. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I'm going to be asking some questions. I think that will help us to stick to what you have for us today. So maybe I should begin with asking, what is the main idea behind growing less? Yeah.
All right. So the main idea with growing with less is embracing who you are. Getting to know in particular what you are all about. What do you want to value? What are those things, friendship, relationship, those materials you are adding into your life that will benefit you and would make you feel like, oh, okay, this is a true me. Take it for an instance. I remember when I was in secondary school, there is this lady who I always admire how cheerful she was, and I want to be like her. I began to dress the way she dressed, talk the way she talks, But I found out that I wasn't favoring myself, being someone else. So how can I work towards being who I want to be? I discovered that, okay, I have to let go of that impersonation. I have to let go of that idea that, okay, I'm not enough. I had to let go of that idea that, okay, I had to dress some certain way to be, to be accepted. Growing with less is more like finding the idea creating the life that you'll be true to yourself, make you more intentional about yourself, about things that will develop you and values that you can take into your life. That's majorly the idea about Growing with Less.
Thank you so much. So with what Ayokade is saying, it's Growing with Less starts with you, like saying you can't make a difference without discovering who you are, because if you don't discover who you are, you end up trying to be like someone else, like she shared her story. And when you try to be like someone else, the world is missing something very important, because this world is incomplete without you. Yes, you listening now, you watching now, what is incomplete without you. You have something unique to add to this world. So beginning from yourself, your family, your friends, the community, and now that the internet has given us a platform where we don't have to travel to America to create a difference, right there on your bed, you can start creating or making a difference with what you're doing, your phone, what you're saying to somebody over the internet, the job opportunities you're accessing, and of course, how you do offer your services with excellence or with commitment and loyalty. So all those things matters. So I'm going to be asking about decluttering. She's a podcaster, and over time she'll be sharing links with us. So I think on this video on our YouTube channel, we'll be sharing the link. So you can access podcast and be blessed and energized to grow with us. So I'm listening to our podcast. One of the things I always talk about is decluttering. So what should we know about decluttering? So sometimes when you hear the word decluttering, you say, hey, what's going on? What's it about? So tell us, please. Thank you.
Okay. So decluttering is, let's say it's a tool that you use in taking action and taking charge of your life. You know, you are in charge because you want to stay true to yourself. You want to be loyal to who you are. When you are loyal to who you are, people they'll feel comfortable around you. You feel comfortable in who you are also. So decluttering is like letting go, releasing major stuff that are of no importance to you.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I can.
Okay, it seems my network is hanging a little. Okay, so decluttering is more like you are taking action over your life. You are looking around you, your environment, taking out stuffs that are not working for you, stuff that are not adding anything to your life. You are letting go of those stuff. Is it sentimental items? Is it emotional experience? Is it valuables like clothes? Is it starting from things we see around us? You can start with things you see around you. Letting go of those things you are not appreciating. Sometimes I do wonder why we keep things we are not using around us. For example,
especially we women. They say women like keeping loads, girls that they like keeping these.
We are not
that they give to
we are
you.
not store them around. For what reason? Absolutely. So, because those items might be because, okay, you are overthinking. There is this particular cloth I had that it's not fit, like the fitting as over fitted. Like, pardon my English, I cannot put that clothes on again. But I had it in my wardrobe. I was keeping it, seeing it alone. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm seeing it. And a friend of mine who is sizable, she can put on that dress, kept on asking, give me this dress, Ayo, this, give me this dress. I'm like, oh, this is a gift. I appreciate people's gifts and I don't want to let go of the gift so that the person will not feel bad, feel bad that I let go of materials that they give to me. But I got to realize that letting go of that same thing would welcome more into my life. When I totally welcome more clothes into my wardrobe. Clothes that I put on, clothes that I use. It's more like you embracing things that are valuable to you. What are those things that you're having around? Those that you are keeping, that have no importance, no value to you. Tricks, used pens, sometimes kitchen utensils that we are not using. We are keeping them there so that our kitchen will be filled. It's not done like that.
Yeah. So so you usually talk about minimalism as well. So
yes, I do.
How does it relate? Yeah.
Okay. I'm a minimalist. Minimalism starts with the mental ability to to welcome things that are valuable to you.
So
when I said decluttering is the tool that you use in taking action towards getting better at who you want to be. Yes. So minimalism is more of the mindset.
Okay.
Like I said, there is the particular clothes I did not want to let go. I got to realize that let go of these things. It's a gift. More gifts will come in that will be valuable to you. Exactly. More gifts that will be useful.
Yeah.
Gifts will come in. So letting go of that.
Okay, so we're running out of time. So so like we said, we're going to move to Google Meet soon. So let's quickly thank you so much, Ayo. So what we're saying now is that minimalism is more of, in one word, minimalism. Yeah?
The lifestyle.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. So right, hope you're ready for us. Thank you so much, Ayo. Thank God your podcast channel is always live and ready. So get more value from that as the program continues. So right, over to you. Yeah. So we have just few minutes left. If for any reason join a link for the set.
Okay. So should we continue or we should wait till this session is finished?
I think you should just tell us a brief of what you have for us. Then we can.
Okay.
Someone is thanking Ayo. Thank you to Moyo. So right, please just pick up now so we can wrap up the session.
Okay. I'm glad Ayo has spoken about decluttering. So I think she has even made my work more easier because coming from a place of self-discipline, it means leaving some certain things behind. It means throwing away things that you do not need anymore. If you have to become a youth with a difference, if we all have to become youths with distinctions. If I'm permitted to ask questions now.
Okay, so should I ask questions? How can one know he or she is disciplined? Because we've been hearing discipline. Do you know that sometimes we don't even know when we are disciplined? So how do we know we're actually disciplined? Exactly.
When we talk about discipline, while we're talking about discipline, it means you're doing the things you're supposed to do at a particular time, the right things you're supposed to be doing at a particular time and at a particular place.
Okay.
So discipline tells you that this is what you're supposed to be doing now. This is what you're not supposed to be doing now.
Okay.
For a youth with a difference, which you want to be different from the sect. You want to be different from other group of people. Now you have to know that you have to set out goals that will tell you that this is what you should be doing, this is what you should not be doing. I remember when I took classes on technical content writing. It was so very stressful that at that particular time, I jumped from here to there. But because I needed technical content writing as a priority, now I needed that, and it was supposed to be at a fixed time. But I have other important things. But discipline had to tell me, okay, set your things in priority. The ones first, the ones that are most important first, followed by the other ones, and the other ones till you get to the list. Now, discipline will tell you that, okay, this one is number 1, this one is number 2, this one is number 3, this one is number 4. And that is how you go. That's how you live a balanced life. That's how you live a disciplined life.
That's wonderful. So, everyone, thank you so much, Bryce. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you, Ayo. Thank you, everyone. So this session, we're going to wrap up this session to join in, say, 2 minutes. Are we ready? Can you put on your mic? I'm going to share the link. I think we're doing another Zoom so that we can actually interact. So it's more of the interactive section where you get to ask right questions, ask Ayo, ask myself, or share whatever you have to share, and then we'll wrap up with guidelines for the boot camp. Of course, more of that will come by Monday and Tuesday. So then of course, personal branding is what I'm here to talk about. I've been a tip of it. So if you have questions regarding that, you could ask. So let's wrap up this session. Can we show our mic to, let's be ready to sign out while I share a link for now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so just in 2 minutes, please, let's not go and sleep. Let's stay ready in 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes break. Like instant break, bio break. This one is very instant. All right, so I think we are ready. All right, so bye for now. See you in the next session. Be a youth, be the difference.